y'all? It's your girl D Footwork, and today we got a pretty exciting one, y'all. Now, I've had this package for the whole weekend, but it's Sunday and I'm just not getting to it, y'all. I've been tired. The weekend been pretty prolonged, and I've been busy and stuff with work. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. If you follow me on TikTok, if you subscribed on YouTube, you should probably already know what this is. But y'all, it came in a huge package. I have not ever got a huge package like this from Nike. So let's go ahead and break this bad boy open. I am excited to see this because not a lot of people were able to touch this pair. If it wasn't for me hitting on sneakers, I would not have this pair in my possession. So let's go ahead and get into the package. Did the best I got. Here's a pen to go ahead and get into here. I'm curious to see how the packaging is, because I only seen like pictures and stuff, but I still never seen like how the actual box and stuff looks. None of that. So let's see. I mean, it's pretty small for this big old box they gave me, man. They could have gave me a little bit more wrapping paper, something. Got stuff just hanging out. What are they supposed to do? Oh, it was supposed to protect my card. All right, let's get this big old clunker off of here. It came with like some wrapping paper on the side. We're gonna tear that off. Okay, we're gonna tear that off. Get into this. Oh, this is a nice box. Here we have these Yu-Gi-Oh! Air Max 95s, y'all. Now, these come with a card. And you can take a look at the card from right here, but we'll get into more details a little sooner. So, let's go ahead. This is the box. We gotta get into all of this. Okay, so you got the green box. I really wish I could tell you who this was. I'm not up on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. I told you I used to watch it when I was younger. It used to come on the CW. Yeah, I remember all of that, but I cannot tell you who this person is. I told you I'm just now recently getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! To see how I like it. And it was confusing me a little bit in my older age. I was trying to get into it and see what it was hitting for, but it was confusing me a little bit. You got the green box. You got this background, and you have the big symbol of the Air Max 95 in the background. Then you got like, you know, some little animations. I want to say this is probably Yu-Gi-Oh! In Japanese, I think. Then they got the Nike check down here, and you have the actual card right here. At the back of the shoe, you have some type of creature. I have no idea who this creature is. I'm so sorry, y'all. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans, they're gonna let me know about myself in the comments. I'm already knowing. Oh, why you didn't do your research and blah, 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 blah. Look, man, I barely got the video out, okay? So, yeah, we got this little creature at the back. I don't know who that is. I'm sure y'all do, though. Nice packaging, really nice packaging. Y'all know how I feel about my packaging. Right here, you got the size tag. This is my personal size 7 that I was able to hit on. I will be selling these to look for trade bait, because if I can get a trade for a shoe that I've been wanting, that's always a win for me. It says Nike Air Muscle 95 QS YGO, so Yu-Gi-Oh! The colorway is Psychic Blue and Mystic Navy. This is size 7. The SKU is, I want to say it's II or 117404400. That is the SKU number on these. The box is lit, y'all. The box is crazy. The card says Winds of Victory. Spell card. The equipped monster gains 300 ATK. Also, it becomes wind. Limited edition. Yeah, y'all. The packaging on this is absolutely insane. I might tuck these away in the closet and see what these do later on, because this is just a type of shoe that you ain't never gonna get. There was only, I want to say, 6,000 pair of these on sneakers, and we typically looking in the, you know, the 10,000s and up range. So for it to only be under 10,000 was a little insane, y'all. Like, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I'm saying nice shoe, and all I seen was the box. Y'all know what it takes to get me. Okay, so the inside of the shoe, I want to say this is Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Either in Japanese or it's in Chinese. I'm not sure. And then they have the check right here, and they have a little star. The packaging is also more of that writing. So, wow, y'all, here we go. We have the Air Max 95 Yu-Gi-Oh! Colorway. Oh, my. You have majority blue upper. I say majority blue because it's different colors of blue, and y'all know how that Air Max 95 likes to do that ombre of darker to lighter or lighter to darker. So we start with a very dark blue down here, and then you lighten up until you get up to the top where the laces are. So all of that is blue. You start with navy blue and you end at that baby blue at the top. The check is like, I'm not gonna call it baby blue. It's more whatever this blue is right here. All right, that's what's on the side of these. With the check, you have like little hints of animations. Y'all know how the Yu-Gi-Oh screen and stuff we look in the episodes. So they got little stripes, little black stripes right here. The air bubble in the inside of this, it appears to be that green color, but you just have like hints of little black animation on it. So it's green, but it's covered by a little bit of the black, and then this one is completely covered with blue. Here goes the front of the shoe. I actually like this part the most because you can see all of those splashes of blue right there. Inside of the shoe looks pretty much the same. Okay, the back of the shoe is lit. Okay, back of the shoe, you got the black Nike Air right here. I know in a couple of other Air Max I showed you, this was kind of plain. It didn't have like all of this, and I don't think that it was black either right here. And then when you go down, you can see a little bit of writing right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me hide my face. It'll zoom in on the shoe. So the writing says 1995 Nike, and then star, and then a Yu-Gi-Oh. If I hide my face, y'all should be able to see. It should zoom in on that writing. I think that's all it says right here on the back. And then at the bottom of the shoe, also a real lovely touch. At the bottom of the shoe, it has the all black, but in the inside, you have that Yu-Gi-Oh sign. It's a really nice shoe, y'all. Same thing for this shoe. Oh, I didn't show y'all the tongue. The tongue has air muscle right here, and then it's navy blue right here, gray right here, and then you have that air muscle written in that lime green. Same thing here with the Yu-Gi-Oh at the bottom of the shoe, but the insoles of the shoe are crazy. I usually don't take my insoles out, but y'all have to see this. So the same dude that's on the actual shoe, he's in the inside of this insole too, and you can see Yu-Gi-Oh on the inside as well. This little creature that's on the shoe is in the inside of this shoe. Nice touches in the inside. And then instead of it having the size tag, it has upper contains synthetic leather. That's what it says on the inside. It doesn't have any size tags where it was just say size 7 on a sticker or anything in the inside. You got white laces. I don't think it comes with any extra laces, which is a little disappointing. They could have threw in some, like, if they don't have some lime laces with this, that would have been nice. They could have gave some extra laces. They usually do, especially with an exclusive shoe like this. I feel like that's one thing that this shoe is missing. Let me make sure I ain't missing no laces in my box or something. But nah, they missed the opportunity for some real nice laces on here. But yeah, y'all, no extra laces in here. Really nice shoe. I know people that got their hands on these is really impressed and really excited to actually wear these. This was the year for Air Max 95s for sure, because we done got a couple. Like, we got SB Air Max 95s. Like, we got these. They've been busting, and we had all that whole big bubble collection. But yeah, Air Max 95s definitely been making some noise this year. I wonder if that was like Nike's plan all along to like just put these out as much as they did, or if we just didn't notice because of the colorways that they were giving us. But we've been getting a bunch of these, and a bunch of these been selling out as well. It's a really nice shoe. Y'all know my favorite color is blue. Yeah, if I wore Air Maxes, I'd actually want these, like, for sure. I'm not an Air Max girl, y'all. I'm really a Jordan girl at heart. You know, it takes a lot for me to wear something that's not Jordan. But not a bad shoe at all. It's gonna definitely make some noise and continue to make some noise quietly as time goes on. I'm curious to see where these go. The key commodity here is this. Let me get that light out the way. I think that this is the key commodity. This actual card. And I don't even know how to get this bad boy out of here. How do you get this card out of here? So from the looks of it, you would have to look at this. Take a look at this, y'all. So from the looks of it, you would have to take the sides of this off to get to that card. Like, these parts look like they actually come off so that you could remove this backing and get to this actual part that's right here, which is crazy. Like, dang, you would have to completely rip this open. I like the, like, because when it comes to card collecting, you have like a pack and you have to rip the pack and stuff. I like that aspect of this. I think it's crazy though, because if I just wanted to sell the card, like dang, I gotta rip up the whole shoebox to sell the card. As a buyer, I'm just curious as to how StockX is gonna do sales on the ones that don't come with the card. Like, how else are you supposed to get to the card besides ripping that box? That's insane. That's insane. You literally have to rip up your box. I thought you could just go in and take the card. That's crazy. You know, I never planned on taking my card or anything out of it anyway though. But if I am to sell these, like we're definitely gonna be looking at the value with the card. The card is $130, $150 alone. So people selling their shoes for $300, I don't really get, because the shoes by themselves can be sold for $300. But if I'm gonna sell you a $150 card with it, that's a little crazy. So yeah, I wonder how people are actually selling these. If they're like, if I go on eBay and see, are they going to be listing just the card and then listing the shoes? Are they going to have separate listings? And are they going to have shoes that don't come with the card, but they have that ripped open part of the box, which I think is going to be absolutely insane. I wouldn't want that. Y'all know how I feel about my box. I wouldn't want where this whole part was missing, or this whole part was black and you could just like see the white on the paper or something. Like, how you going to put it back? I'm curious. Didn't know that about these, but yeah, y'all. That is the Air Max 95s, Muscle 95s, the Yu-Gi-Oh colorway. That wraps up another video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. My goal is to get to 10K on TikTok this year, before the end of this year, so we can go ahead and get monetized. And right now, I want to say we're still sitting at 1,700 subscribers on YouTube, so we need to go ahead and get that to 2,000. My Instagram is mainly for selling, so if you did want this pair, if you do want this size 7, you can hit me up on Instagram for that. But yeah, y'all, that wraps up another one. D-Food Work out.